Okay, so how's it going, everybody? Raising Hell here, and welcome back to our playthrough of the high fantasy mod for Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword called Fall from Heaven 2. So just let's get back to our game, basically. Ready to start another turn, and it looks like we've completed our copper mine. No, that was completed a while ago already. Oh, we have somebody being captured. The barbarians have been captured by the Infernal. So this was right up here, closer to my allies' lands. This is nothing that we were competing for. Too bad he doesn't refocus those efforts on the civilizations we're actually fighting against, huh? Okay, so we got the Rangers here. Remember, the Rangers are the ones that we don't have the research to build anymore. So, and I wanted to explore over here a little bit. Turns out there's only a dungeon hidden in the shadows. I was hoping there would be like a maelstrom so I could actually teleport my ship out of here. I'm not exactly sure why I was given that ship to begin with. It really defies common sense. Why, like, what exactly was I expected to do with it? There are no real enemies around there. I can't sail it back to my actual cities. I couldn't have captured a city with it. So, a little bit weird. Yeah, so we're going to be converting. We needed more growth for this city, I think. So we were converting some more tiles into farms. Oh yeah, that was what it was. We needed to pass irrigation onto our rice, which we've been pretty successful in doing now. I'll probably be building more farms. So that was one thing that I thought I could have done better if I played this again. I probably should have focused a little bit more on the agrarian side of things instead of going with I think like slavery instead. What else did there's something else I did wrong here. I should have went with aristocracy. So you get the additional food, the additional commerce from the farms, and then I would also go with there was something here that gives you right here, agrarianism, which gives you an additional food from the farms, which kind of makes up for the fact that aristocracy is subtracting one food. So basically, you know, farms they provide the usual amount of food, plus they also provide some commerce. It's nice to have some towns here, but at the same time, I just think the farms would have been a lot more sustainable. Like, we would have gotten what we wanted. Oh my goodness, this could have been the end of us. So fortunately, we have our ritualist here. And right there is Valen Falnul, I suppose. He's a hero for this civilization. Well, I believe he's a hero for the Order religion. So, if you take a look at the religions here, Ashenvale has Razier the Fallen, obviously, and basically, like, his arch nemesis is Valen, who is a hero for the Order. I don't want to rush into this, because we really don't have anybody that strong. That vampire will be completed in 3 turns. We might have to use slavery to finish it. So I can cause a fair bit of collateral damage here with the ritualist. But I don't know if it'll be enough to give me the edge. He has a lot of promotions. 100% strength. We also have a vampire here. But he's not promoted for strength. Where is my hero? Like, where is Decius? I attached him to a hunter, didn't I? I ran the hunter all the way over here. Oh, it was a ranger. That was a mighty foolish mistake, wasn't it? So, what's the fastest we can get him back? It's looking like 2 turns for anything remotely reasonable. We can use our vampire to give him more speed, but I think he's going to be needed over here. Okay, he got there in 1 turn. Maybe we could have gotten away with it. Sending him over here. Because he's coming with a couple of devoutes. I don't know. We might win. So, the big question is, if we promote this unit for Combat 1, it will increase the damage, I believe, that he does using his Ring of Flames, because that is a spell. So I think that's what we should do here. You know, that's what I should have used my... Let's see here. He is 3... No, he shouldn't be able to get near. Yeah, so... I should have used my vampire to help these guys get to that city in 1 turn. But they'll be there in 2 turns, so it should be fine. Yeah, so all my rangers are pretty far away. I shouldn't have allowed them to roam quite so much. Because I knew that this hero was around. I'm just going to delete this Caravel. I just don't see any, like, me using it for anything, so it's just costing me maintenance at this point. So I've completed the Ritualist. I probably need another vampire, but unfortunately I can't build vampires in this city. So what would be like the second best thing? We could build another ship to go explore this wreck, but I was hoping for something a little bit more immediate. We could build a blood pet. We can use this to immediately heal a vampire. So 1 turn for that. And then I'm also going to be hurrying this vampire in 1 turn. So there we go. And my goodness, it looks like they called in an Earth Elemental. Will die in 1 turn, but that's pretty strong. 11? Let's take a look at that in the units category. It'd be under Earth, A, B, C, D, E. And here we are, Earth Elemental. A powerful but slow unit. The summoner has to get close to unleash it on its victims, but it is a formidable city or unit attacker, and even better, the summoner can summon a new one next turn. So, like, what exactly can summon this? Because they haven't mentioned it. Like, this is better than my specters or my wraiths that my vampires can summon. It's a specter. I keep calling them wraiths. I forget what they're called. Every single time we have to go through this. Yeah, so there he is. I think the best approach in this situation, get both the ritualists into the city and then withdraw my workers. And we're going to use the ritualists to bombard the area around them. So it did some good damage there. Let's try it again. Yeah, so it damaged the Devout's quite significantly. Wait, who is Corindale? Is that another hero? Did he attack me with 2 heroes? How did he get so many? Yeah, here is Corindale. So now this is the hero for the Ethine the White. What are they? The Elohim? Yeah. So they are actually attacking me with 2 heroes in a row. He's the one who can summon the Earth Elemental, I bet. This has to be the guy who can do it. Because that's what all he does. Like, he has channeling 3. Yeah. He's probably the one who brought that in here. Unfortunately, I don't have a road. So, like, I can't cross the river and attack head on. It'll be interesting to see, like, what his plan is from here. Like, does he just plan on attacking the city with brute force? Like, I'm not even sure my longbowman can withstand an Earth Elemental. If he summons one right next to my city. My longbowman is weaker, but it doesn't have any promotions, so its strength might not be quite as significant. Okay, let's do the summon specter thing. Yeah, those odds are just not very good. I think we should fortify for the turn. We did our little bit of damage. We're just going to have to kind of rely on the defense of this tile at this point. There are no walls in here. I should have built a wall. Can we build a palisade? Here we are. Palisade in 1 turn. That will increase defense by how much? 10%. Better than nothing, I suppose. Let's get this blood pet into that city. In case I need to heal immediately next turn. Like, let's say, in the rare possibility that my... There's a rare possibility that the city survives. Well, you know, he can only kill 1 unit per turn, so it's not going to fall this turn. But yeah, he could whittle away at me over time with his hero. And his hero will gain more experience. I've trained the blood pet here. Yeah, I can't build vampires in any other cities because I haven't built the Governor's Manor. I only built it in that 1 city, which means I probably should start building it in other cities. Where is it? Why can't I find the Governor's Manor? Here it is. Yeah, 12 turns. Oh my goodness. Like a catapult? No. I'm just thinking, like, what would be the most effective at damaging a unit like that? And there really isn't anything. Like, you can deal collateral damage up to a certain point. But after that, usually you just have to mob them and hope that they die. Or use some sort of assassin unit. No, that wouldn't work. Oh wait, here we go. A diseased corpse. This might be interesting. Use them to spread diseased. I'm just wondering if this guy can hurt somebody. Starts with diseased as a promotion. Minus 30 strength. Yeah. Okay, let's build one of these. Diseased corpse. We don't have enough population to hurry it. And then we'll see if like if he continues to attack, maybe I can attack with the diseased corpse, and then they'll knock like 30% of his, well, yeah, it would be 30% of his strength off, wouldn't it? Let's see what happens. While defending, my longbowman has killed an Elohim Earth Elemental. So they did attack me, but just with a summon. He didn't actually attack me with any of these units. So, how is our longbowman looking? Very well. I was a little bit worried that the longbowman wouldn't be able to hold up against an Earth Elemental, but it seems like they can. So that's good. We have now have another promotion for our Ritualist. So let's increase that spell damage a little bit. And let's blast him again. Yeah, Valen took 14% damage, but I think he's just about at his limit. No, he took another 14% damage. Really? Now he's down to 4.8. Those are much better odds, but I'm still not going to be able to do anything. Like 10%, because I have to cross the river too. That's another part of the problem. But maybe we can actually bring him down significantly with the Ritualists. You know, just chip away at that health. The Ritualists are very important. And of course, they're much more effective against big stacks. But look at how well we chip down his health just by without even having to attack him. That's pretty powerful. So what does this city need to grow? It's focusing on production and food at the moment. So let's take this worker over here. All of these tiles need to be improved. We might build farms there later. Or we could build a farm now to spread the irrigation. Maybe we should do that. Okay, so our ranger, this is like one of our better units. It's stronger than the vampires. And I should be able to give this one the gift of vampirism as soon as I get him into that city. So, because, you know, he has enough experience, I believe, for that to happen. We're also losing a fair amount of gold. And what do we have here? We have a couple of slave units. Now, I'm pretty sure I can only hurry the construction of stuff. Either I can use these as like very bad workers, or I can use them to hurry the construction of stuff, but I don't think they can hurry the production of units. So that's really not a solution to hurry any of the production here along. In terms of the city, like what should we build here? I was thinking maybe we really do need to build more walls. Granted, this is going to be like the biggest attack we're going to, well, I shouldn't say the biggest, the most challenging attack that we will probably face. And we are making a little bit of science in here, but the thing is, like, if we can't defend the city, it really doesn't matter how much science we put in it. That's always still going to be a problem. So I'm going to start working on the walls a little bit. Maybe I should work on, let's see, if I work on a vampire, the city won't grow, and the city does need to grow. I just used a couple of population to hurry along that one vampire. So the city should grow. And we're just going to have this worker finish the farm. So we should have corn now. Yeah, we do. It's our first healthy bonus resource. Then we have this area, this entire area up here. I don't think I want to put cottages on all of those tiles. I think we should spread the irrigation from this river here. So next turn, this guy can go here and start working on a farm. And I might do the same thing with this one. Or he can build a road first. We'll see. Okay. Fingers crossed. What does the next turn have in store for us? Oh, interesting. He summoned and he pillaged. A village has been destroyed by a marauding Elohim Valen Fenuel. And Basium converts the Fellowship of Leaves. It is surprising how fast those few civilizations keep switching religions. So if I'm not mistaken, are these spiritual? The people who keep doing this? Because then they don't have to have the anarchy. Basium, he's bound to be spiritual, right? No, he isn't. Why would he be switching civics all the time? It just... You have to go through turns of anarchy to do that. Okay, let's see what we can bombard with here. So 6 out of 10 experience. Let's do this. Still 6 out of 10 experience. I was thinking maybe I got experience from using spells, but apparently I don't. Okay. I probably should have used this guy first. Valen still took 5% damage. He's down to 4.8. So, where's our ranger? Can he get... He can get here into this turn. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to take one of the Wait. We're going to take... Yeah, we're going to take a vampire. We're going to cast the haste promotion. Wait, what? Can... Oh, I thought I could give them the vampirism gift. Let me just take a look here. Like, what units is vampirism available to? I never know which tree to look in here. VST. Spells and abilities, maybe? Because vampirism is sort of a spell. No, it's not in here either. So there's spells and abilities, there's promotions, and then there's effects. And vampirism is an effect. Yeah, it would give him 10% additional strength. But how come I can't give it to... Okay, here we go. It says, gives living units of at least 6th level the vampire promotion. So I bet I don't have enough levels. That's here. My scout is level 4. Yeah, he's not experienced enough yet to get the vampirism promotion, which is a little bit too bad. Like he's one promotion away from level 5, but 70% odds there. So what I could do, let's cast that Spectre once. Like what would the odds be? Insignificant. What would be like natural odds? 16 with the vampires and 12 with the ritualists. So maybe what I'll do in this case, that's interesting. The Blood Pet can spread Council of Isus? Is it because I built him in a city with the council? Yeah, I bet it is. But these guys can't. Well, I suppose that would make sense because they're of a different religion, right? Okay, so we're just going to wait one more turn. And hopefully next turn, I'll be able to use both of my specters. So that'll be a good thing. You know, I'll be able to summon both specters, and then I'll attack. First with the specters, and then with my vampires. And hopefully we could take Valen out. That bear I could take, but I'm not sure I need any more bears at this point. Here's our elephant. Yeah, look right there. We can upgrade it to a riding elephant already. Or what is it? It's a war elephant. 7 strength. I think it actually gets weaker when you upgrade it to that. So right now it appears to be 8 strength. It's saying it should be 8 strength. Let's try to finish this mage guild. Okay. Apparently it can't take any more hammers. Well, it is. It's fully hurried at this point. Or rushed, I guess. Yeah, when you're running the slavery civic, you can actually get slaves when you... It says like a 25% chance of creating a new slave when you successfully win a battle. So, let's see what happens here. While defending, your longbowman has killed an Elohim Earth Elemental, and my longbowman damaged them with a defensive strike. So, nothing significant there. But we did get a promotion, which is always cool. So he did enough defending to get another city garrison promotion, which is going to make him really strong. So the city, we don't have to worry about the city being taken over at this point. But let's do some damage here. 5% damage, and okay. We've damaged him as much as he can be damaged by that spell. So now we're actually going to have to go in there and sort of do the dirty work with like what regular kind of combat, right? No more spells. So I guess the solution here is to throw both of these specters at it. Oh wow, that specter did a lot of damage. He's down to 1.9. Holy smokes, that is significant. So maybe we can take him out with a vampire now. Oh yeah, we have a devout defending the stack at this point. So the big question is like, what do we use to take all these units out? And I think I'm gonna take the devout out there with one of my vampires, and then another vampire, and the ranger will attack Valen. And he withdrew from combat. So I didn't know he could do that. But we still, oh, we don't get the experience if he withdraws from combat. What a chicken move that is. Let's see if we can get rid of this guy though. Wait, what do we have here? Okay, this is just, we captured a slave. For a 25% chance, we hit that one quite a bit of the time. Not that significant, but it reduces the cost of the walls a little bit. Let's, okay. Our Wraith made him run as well. So, what exact promotion does he have that allows him to do that all the time? Because it really bugs me when they keep withdrawing from combat. Like, you have them, and then they just run away. So, here he is. It says he can withdraw from combat. There's a 25% chance of that. But aside from that, I don't see why he's able to do what he's doing. Like, there is no special ability. Like, he's at 25% chance to withdraw from combat. That shouldn't account for him running away all the time, should it? It says, like, yeah, okay, he's up to a 30% withdrawal chance, but it still isn't that significant that I hit it twice in a row like that. Well, I can't get him. Like, I don't have any units that can reach him. But we can try to get rid of this guy. And, yeah. He's dead. Shouldn't send Gandalf running around over here. Another lion, bringing that home. And we have a gorilla, a wolf, and a bear. So, for those who haven't seen the previous episode, the reason I'm monkeying around with all these animals is because I can build little entertainment cages with them in my cities. Oh, one of our resources has been converted here as it spreads, yeah. So we need to get our spider. I forget what this resource used to be even, but now it turned into a snake pillar, which is one of those things that happens when this the broken lands spread into your territory. So we're probably going to lose all of our good resources here. The luxury resources especially. We might keep the corn. Let me take a look here. Like, what does he get to keep? It doesn't look like it. We get to keep cattle. Cattle usually turn into nightmares. Cattle and horses. So it'd be like pigs, cows, and horses will turn into nightmares. Oh wait, maybe the pigs turn into toads. I'm not sure. But I think we will be losing our corn as well. It's one of the downsides to being evil. And no, we can only hurry the production of a building with a slave. So that kind of answers that question. So I've constructed the Mages Guild, and the reason that I constructed this was in anticipation of building an adept. So adepts can cast spells and whatnot. They can also refine mana resources, or mana nodes, but we really don't have any around here. So if you go ahead and decide to play this map, for example, this scenario, this one's called The Wages of Sin, you have to be aware that every time you start the scenario, the map will be randomized and it will be different where the resources are. The map itself, the layout, the geography of it is all going to be the same, but where the actual position of the resources is, it changes every single time. So if you don't get a roll that you like on the first time, you can just try it again. I probably should have given it a little bit more thought myself before I actually settled on this map, because it really was not a very strong start. Like, I didn't get any mana nodes at all. And that was pretty important for my strategy, because I was going to be using the vampires and the wraiths, and I need mana nodes to increase the strength of the specters. Oh my goodness, I call them wraiths again. Wow. Just wow. Okay, let's see what he does. I think he ran for it. So, at this point, I think we want to clear out this den of barbarians here. Just because I don't want them hanging around my borders unnecessarily. So here we have a vampire. Apparently got enough experience for another promotion here. So what do we do? Probably combat 1. I'll promote him for combat 1. Do any of our... Yeah, this one has the regeneration spell or ability, so we don't need to promote for that. So this guy is just going to get the combat 1 as well. And our ritualist also got another promotion. So probably at this point the best thing I can do is combat 3 and combat 2 for you. And then we'll hurry the production a little bit. 10 extra hammers. Like, we could go ahead and take over more mana nodes, but the thing is we can't build settlers. So the only way we're going to get mana nodes is by capturing cities. So we have to sort of be on the lookout for enemy cities that we can capture that are close to mana nodes. So this stack is completely healed. The bear is relatively strong, so we're going to set out. Build a farm in 3 turns. Let's hurry that along a little bit. This city's unhealthy because it's not next to a fresh water source, but I kind of needed to place it there because of the bronze, which is pretty important for keeping my units competitive. You can see that unit was upgraded to bronze weapons, and as you can see, the fallow lands or fields of perdition and broken lands continue to spread. Like, every turn you'll notice they spread a little bit further. So like, we've sort of lost that battle. We're going to lose all of our good land to this stuff. This stuff is generally not bad. It just converts your resources. That's really the only bad thing about it. And that's substantial, you know, so you lose a lot of resources because of it. But aside from that, it's not any less productive. Just the resources. So here we have our elephant. Now, the elephant is strength 8, but it can't attack. It can only defend. So we can upgrade it to a war elephant, which costs quite a bit. But I think this unit could be pretty powerful. 50% versus mounted units. 25% withdrawal chance. And it starts... Don't I have a whole bunch of promotions for this thing? No, I guess not. Now that sucks a little bit. Let's go ahead and promote it. Like, we do have the gold to do it, just barely. I should turn my research down a bit. Let's go ahead and upgrade it. Yeah, down to 18 gold. It's nice to have a little bit of extra gold in the coffers, just to make sure that if you run into some bad events or whatnot, you have the gold to bail yourself out. And you don't have to choose really bad alternatives, really bad options. But, like, that's why you don't want your coffers to be empty. At the same time, you don't want your coffers to be really full unless you're playing the dwarves, because they get a happiness bonus in your cities from that, from having really full coffers, or whatever you want to call that amount of gold up there. Here's our diseased corpse. Unfortunately, the attack is kind of over with at this point, so I might find something else interesting to do with him. Not really sure at the moment. So that completes the diseased corpse. And like, what would be the best thing to build next? I think like a market may be good. Like, we are having some small gold issues. We're down to 70% research, which isn't bad, but it is it's a bit telling. Like, we're going to probably get worse. But at the same time, the problem with the city is I can't build any good units here. Maybe I could I should probably build a 3rd ritualist. We'll build 1 more ritualist. That way we can have 1 for at home if we send the other 2 off. But like I can't build vampires in the city. I can't build longbowmen. It really doesn't have the structures that are needed to build those things. And so that has been a little bit of a sticking point. Oh, there's our war elephant. So I'm thinking of getting my scout over here, my ranger. My ranger is currently strength 8, but if I take Decius, the commander, off, and I give it to the elephant, then the elephant will be 8 strength, or the war elephant will be 8 strength, and the ranger will be 7 strength. So, in terms of rangers up here, he's doing a really good job of uncovering new lands. I just need to get him a hawk, and then he would be a lot more effective. So, probably should have done this before. The problem with getting a hawk is that you need a hunter's lodge. See, otherwise I'd build one right now. And I just haven't been able to justify building a hunter's lodge just for a hawk, considering exploration is not crucial for our long-term survival here. I'm going to take these 2 ritualists and we're going to get them into position, I think, to attack the barbarian encampment there. Like before Valen comes back fully healed. So there we go, ritualists and the vampires. They're not all that strong. Be interesting to see if I get attacked. No, I didn't. Okay. Do a little bit of bombardment here. The easy way. So that caused some collateral damage. It'd be interesting to see what the odds are. 44%. Okay, we're going to stay here a turn and then bombard them again next turn for a bit more collateral damage. One problem with the wait, where's my ranger? One of the problems with the animals is that you have to actually have to build a festival building first before you're allowed to build their respective little happiness generating pens. So I'm looking at the moment for my ranger. Why am I not seeing it? It would be a recon. Here we go. Oh, he's way over here. He already moved this turn. And our war elephant is all the way down there now. Okay, well, tell you what. Cancel that. We'll meet in the middle next turn. Destroy 3 more enemy players. Yeah, it's a pretty broad objective. It's going to probably consume the rest of this playthrough. There you can see the fallow lands spread a little bit more. Oh, what is this? A shellstone? I never saw this before. A Shiot stone? Decius has 0. I'll have to look this up. It says it requires a quarry. Research, necromancy. A Shewer stone. So resources, and it should be under S. Here we go. They don't really tell you what it does. I wonder, what was it? Just I think it was regular stone before this. Yeah. Necromancy. None of this. Yeah, I think it's just a replacement for regular stone. I don't think we can really use stone for much of anything. But it would be interesting. Huh. Be interesting to see. Where's the ranger? Okay, he's in the city over here. So the ranger can go right there. War elephant can go there. Detach Decius and give him to the war elephant. There we go. Now the war elephant is 1 strength greater. The nice thing about Decius is even if I do lose the unit he's tethered to, he doesn't actually die. Unlike in the traditional Beyond the Sword game, or vanilla Beyond the Sword kind of. If you, in Beyond the Sword, if your commander or your troops leading a commander is lost in a battle, you will never get that commander back. It's basically expent at that point. So it's a little bit nicer that they switched it up. Give the players a little bit more flexibility here. So requires carnival, but I can build a dancing bear. So the dancing bear, I can put one of these in all of my cities without building a carnival, but all the other animals require a carnival. I think that includes the giant spider. Not sure. Let's bring the giant spider back to the capital. I've mentioned before that we might need to use the spider to replace our silk resources when those inevitably dry up due to the spread of evil lands into my territory. So let's just build that dancing bear there. And the lion can sleep in the jungle, the mighty jungle. The lion sleeps tonight. So, fanaticism in 2 turns. That'll be cool. I'll get my civilization's unique unit. So under council, who do we vote for? I say we vote for ourselves. So I'm voting for our team. Basium adopts Guardians of Nature? No, just Guardian of Nature. So civic. I think it's for Fellowship of Leaves civilizations. Yeah, here we go. 5 additional health in all cities. That's one nice thing about the elves. They can really grow big cities. They have the health and happiness to do so because of all their forests. Okay. Who is it? Leading candidate is us. 2 votes. And what? It's kind of a tie. How can we be the leading candidate? Wouldn't it just be tied at that point? Maybe we'll vote for Hebrium next time, just to make sure, or Hyborum, however you prefer to pronounce his name, just to make sure we have somebody in as the head counselor. Okay, we got our next ritualist here. I think we just keep him in the capital. I'll promote him when the time comes. There's really no downside to waiting at this for him. You know, he's not going to be defending the city most likely in some sort of surprise attack. I forgot all about doing my bombardments for the city, so we're going to go back to that. Wake him up, skip a turn. That way he will wake up next turn. Oh, wait, as a matter of fact, let's get the ranger and the war elephant over there as well. Hopefully we can get this out of our territory. What do I require to build a spider pen? Out of curiosity. Can't do that. I'm being interrupted by this first. So, Governor's Manor, perhaps? The walls will be done in 4 turns in that city. We don't need another Mages Guild. We should build a carnival. I think we've built one so far. We're capturing a lot of animals, so it kind of makes sense. And, well, fanaticism will be done in 1 turn. Okay, so with the carnival, will just be a... Wait a minute. Let's build a palisade. Takes 5 turns, really? I was hoping it would just take 1 turn. Because then we can build our unique unit when fanaticism completes. Okay, let's do a bombarding here. Archer damage 12% and 1%. So I think that's about as much damage as they're going to take. So now it's up to us to try to remove them. 94% odds. Let's get these 2 vampires going and have them summon, what are these, specters? 13% odds. 13% odds. Damaged 1 of them. What are the odds with this elephant? 73% chance with that. 94 with that. How about our vampires? 71, really? It's pretty good. And 55 for the ritualist. 55 and 64. So, Ranger's the obvious one. Had the best odds. Now we go to 73. It's still 73%. I think it's going to be 73 for all of them. Yeah, they're all archers. So basically, all the remaining ones are below 90, which means I really don't want to attack. Because 90, anything below 90 is, the chance for failure is just too high. Our best bet is the elephant, with the 6.8% chance of retreating. We basically have like 80% chance of not getting killed. I'll save it. Well, see, the danger is that because I attacked that 1 archer there, that he gets a promotion for it. and makes him even stronger than he was now. Because at the moment, they don't have any promotions, which it means that this is going to be the easiest to ever have it. So what should I do? Should I risk my war elephant? Should I throw my vampires in there? I guess, let's say 3 of these lose. At least one has to win. Okay. Well, at least one has to win. Let's start with the weak vampire. Okay, the weak vampire won. The next one is another big risk. And he won. Okay, 71% odds. And now this one is pretty much assured. So 99.4. And we've successfully taken the Goblin Fort over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my Blood Pet over there for next turn. And the Blood Pet's going to do the dirty work of exploring it. Because sometimes you get very bad events from that. Wow, that, I don't know how well my bears will hold up to this assault. It's 4 as a lizardman and 3 axemen, wow. I can't protect my gorilla. It only has 1 movement, so I'm just going to keep them all there. They'll probably die. Like, I expect the bear to kill 1, but then the rest of them will probably lose, so it's too bad. No, apparently they all lost. Bear was destroyed, gorilla was destroyed, wolf was destroyed. Well, win a fuel, lose a fuel. I guess that's the price I have to pay for not losing any units at the Goblin Fort, huh? Let's get the Blood Pet over there. Let's get one of the vampires on the same tile. We'll cast... Oops, I meant to cast haste with the one that's over here. So... I don't think we should explore the dungeon just yet, though, as a matter of fact. Let's wait a little bit until all of our units are healed again. So just skip a turn there. And, There's the Ranger. Ranger got another promotion. Excellent. What should we be promoting for at this point? I don't know if we're going to find another gorilla. That's a very sad state of affairs there. It's like a white unicorn for me. You don't see them very often, especially on this map. This map doesn't have much jungle, and gorillas are usually found in the jungle. It's really rare though. I found them up here somewhere, I think. Yeah, it wasn't even in the jungle, so I don't know what kind of fluke that was, but I don't know if it'll ever happen again. So here we have our first mage, sort of. This one's a very low level, so it's an adept. So you can do haste, but we already have that from the vampires. The mobility spell, the loyalty spell, and the blur spell. I'm pretty sure all of these are pretty sucky. Promote unit. Grants mobility to summoned units, yeah. I think maybe we should wait until we have access to some different spells. We could get access to different spells. We need to build farms over here. We really do. This city does not grow fast enough. As soon as these farms over here are done, which they should be in 1 turn. Let's see here. Yeah, both of them are done in 1 turn. We're going to get the workers over here. But let's hurry those walls along. Yeah, no problem getting more bears. We can get a ton of bears. It's the gorillas I'm worried about. Maybe the wolves as well. Wolves should be fine. The wolves like the tundra. So, we completed our fanaticism research. So I should be able to build Lash of Valas. And what would be the best direction to take from here? So, we don't have any access to the magic nodes, but that's fine because we can't build any anyway. I'm tempted to do animal handling. That would give me access to rangers. So like the rangers that I have, I could build more. Otherwise, longbowman perhaps. Like we have 1 longbowman, but if he gets killed, we really can't replace him because we don't have any more, or we don't have the research for bowers. What I'm tempted to do is go for a taxation. This will increase our gold yield a little bit, and we can also build... Oh, wait. The Pillar of Chains. What does this do? Nothing. Nothing for me anyway. What we should look at, here we go. We should look at researching the Infernal Pact, because this would give us, right here, the Snake Pillar would yield an additional 1 hammer and 1 gold. Does anybody have Infernal Pact out of curiosity? Oh, right there is Losha. So we should work on building her post haste. How is the city for research? Non-existent. Okay, let's build a carnival, and they will not stop pestering me for research. So we're just going to have to select something. And I thought he had like Infernal Pact. He won't trade anything with me. Oh, he already traded everything. What do you want for this? 25 gold. So, as an alternative here, where's the other? Oh, right here she is. She has necromancy, but she won't trade it, which is a shame. We have quite a few more technologies than she does, but she really doesn't have anything to trade with us, and she won't trade that. But that means we're not going to research it. So, the way I take it is that Hyborm does not have Infernal Pact. So Sacrifice the Weak is a civic. Let's see what that does, because I kind of forgot. It might blend well, it might synergize well with what we're going for here. So here we go, Sacrifice the Weak. Reduces our great person birth rate, which is fine. I'm not, I don't have any specialists in my cities anyway. It adds 4 additional unhealthiness to all my cities, which would suck. And, oh, so this will allow us to grow cities a lot faster. +1 food consumed per population instead of 2. So we'll be held back a little bit by the 4 unhealthiness, because that's basically like, you know, 4 of our population are going to be consuming 2 food like normal. But everything after that, wow. Yeah, we should really research this. This is going to be very good for us, because as the I don't know why I didn't know. That's a pretty powerful civic. What would we be giving up for it? We'd be giving up nationhood, which, yeah, I can easily give that up. That's pretty insignificant. 10% military unit production and less war weariness. We're not doing a lot of fighting at the moment. Otherwise, I could see that being a factor, because we can't make peace. So any war weariness that builds is going to continue to be a problem. Unless we just don't fight, you know. I think it gradually goes down over time if you don't fight. No point in improving these resources. Ferial converted now for whatever reason. This does put us in a rather interesting situation, though. Do we really need to build farms now if our population are only consuming 1 bread apiece? I mean, that's going to be 33 more turns, and she can't help me research it, apparently. She doesn't have that technology, the prerequisite technology. Really? Corruption of Spirit, come on. You don't... She has it. Maybe she just can't research it because she's not bad? That'd be odd. Okay, here we are. There are a couple of lizardmen there, but I think... Okay, this one is still hurt. Well, 2 of them are still hurt, actually. 1 turn to heal. Okay, whatever. We're going to go ahead and explore this lair. Here we go. An event. There is an entrance to a deeper level beneath the lair. If there are greater enemies or rewards, they lie within the lair's depths. Do you want to send your unit down? I say fortune favors the bold. Let's see what we get. Your unit is disappointed to find that there isn't any wealth within the lair. Instead, he notices that the earthen walls glitter with gemstones. So that's pretty cool. We got gems. Unfortunately, I can't work them. They would be a lot cooler if I could actually work the tile, but it's outside the radius of my cities, so can't do that. Yeah, because like you would see right there, +5 commerce with the mine. It really helps. Helps boost your economy. That was a rare positive. What are they called? It was a fort, a goblin fort. Yeah. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'd like to get that ranger joined up. with, wait a minute, go back. I would like to get that ranger joined up with my other ranger up there, and hopefully together there'll be a much more, they'll be much less likely to get killed, right? Since they are somewhat valuable, given the fact that their presence in my army is limited. So, the snake pillar, basically it added one hammer to that tile. Nothing else. So I sacrificed a resource for that. The palisade will be done 2 turns, and we'll be building Lasha Vale in there, or Losha Valas. I wanted to build a library in the city, but I also, like, we're making a fair bit of research here. It's going to take 18 turns. Maybe we should build another vampire first. No, we're not being attacked. And what I was kind of waiting for is to build Losha, or Lasha. It's kind of what I was hoping that I would have access to her, and I would use her sort of as to spearhead my attacks, because she's the hero for the Caliban civilization. Let's get rid of these lizardmen, as well as net ourselves some valuable experience. Can't say no to that. Okay. Alternatively, what we could do with the ranger is we could head into lands here and start pillaging. That is a tempting idea, but we still have to worry about Valen. He's still alive, unfortunately. Could bring our blood pets along in case we need emergency healing for vampires. Oh, I can't build anything else on this tile because it has a snake pillar on it. That kind of sucks. Given the fact that it will take 32 turns to get the Infernal Pact, I think we're going to go ahead and build farms anyway. I'm going to build a couple of farms around here. I thought you could remove the marsh, but apparently you can't in Fall from Heaven. That's in a different game. Wait, what the? Here's a hunter. Do you have anything that can take that out? We have a couple of giants here. 31% odds. Wow, that sucks. It just turned to razorweed. That was our silk. I don't have any silk now. So, why can't I build the spider pen? That's the next question, because the spider pen would give me permanent silk. So we need to look for buildings, and it would be under spider pen. Here we go. Requires animal handling. Well, that kind of makes the case to research that technology, doesn't it? It would also give me access to rangers so I could build them myself. So, I would like to use this guy to weaken the lion, but I'm afraid I can't. Oh, I might be able to go here with him. Yeah, because he has that. He does a circumference of damage, so you have to be careful about where you position them. Can I use it? Yeah. Yeah, so 29% damage. It's pretty good. And now maybe the hill giant? No, 84%. Those odds are still pretty bad. The spider is better. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll put the hill giants here to block. And then we'll see what happens next turn. A hunter. 2.8 out of 4 strength. Let's say we get rid of the bear den. And this city is now unhappy. Why? Because we lost our silk. That's why. And we won't be getting any additional silk anytime soon. So I guess the carnival's a good investment then. Yeah, happiness is going to be sort of our growth limiter, because once we get Inferno Pact research, we can use Sacrifice the Weak. And that sort of removes the health barrier to growth. Okay, so Presper finished the defenses. What did they build? There's a palisade. So now we can start working on our hero unit. Loshavalas. 20 turns. Wow. That's going to take a while. And so instead of waiting for her before we go venturing off into this territory, I think we're just going to go ahead and press on. We're going to give him another promotion. He's up to how much strength? Plus 55 strength. Yeah. So we're going to take our ritualists and start moving out. Ritualists and vampires. Maybe we'll wait for the War Elephant. War Elephant does have the commando promotion. Do all of these units have commando? I'm not sure. They do. And they do. Yeah. So commando's very nice because it would allow me to make use of enemy roads, which means that I have much more mobility even when in enemy lands. So we're going to also bring along the Ranger. That diseased corpse sounds like a zombie. Skip turn. Build that farm. Okay, let's see what the hunter does. Hey, he just fortified there. Very well, good sir. I command you to take collateral damage by fire. Now he's down to 2.4. What are the odds? 95. I'll attack at those odds. Get our hill giants a little bit more experience. That can be tricky for them. Probably the best way to get some experience would be to send them out with maybe a ranger and hunt some animals with them now that I don't need to capture them anymore, to build animal pens with them. Let's get him back home. But otherwise, like, killing standard units, most of these units that I run up against that come from other civilizations, they're all going to be, you know, relatively well promoted. They'll have like a combat 2 at that point already. Okay, let's use our haste. Well, maybe not yet. Let's go one tile there. I'm interested to see what units the haste promotion will apply to. So it applied to all of them. Okay, that's convenient because they're all living units, I assume. Okay, so here we go. Ranger has 1 movement left, but of course, recon units can't pillage, so you'll have to wait to pillage that plantation another day. Right there. Okay, so let's pillage with our War Elephant. Got 10 from that. One of the perks of my civilization that I'm playing is that we do get like double the gold from pillaging that we would normally get. Oh, so here's one of their first cities. I've noticed the AI in this game just does not improve their cities. Like, look at this. You look around here, there's no improvements. There was a plantation, that was it. Like, what the hell? How does that happen? There's a longbowman in there. I wonder if we could actually take the city out. Like, aside from the longbowman, I could take all that other stuff, I think. Wow. Like, I'm having to deal with an improved territory. So bad. Okay, let's get our vampire. Get the haste spell going. And we'll attack the workers with my ranger. Oh, do I not get to bring the elephant? Oh, that's too bad. I wonder if they're going to attack the elephant now. They don't have much to attack it with, but I didn't want to leave it alone. So let's give this giant combat 1. Ooh, we have 2 combat promotions coming to us potentially. So now the big question is, do we go ahead and get mobility instead? I think we should. So combat 1 and then mobility. Okay, fingers crossed, don't attack me. And the elephant lives. So that's a thing. It cost all of its movement to move on to this forested tile, so we're going to have to go ahead and cast the haste promotion right now. And that's as far as the elephant can move. Let's get all these other units caught up. I guess the worker will tag along with us. I think it's valuable enough to keep it, even if I do have to pay a little bit of extra maintenance to bring it along. Hopefully when we go back, I'll be able to put it to good use. Because we could use more workers. Maybe that's what I should build, instead of carnivals and libraries. So, following up on that idea, I think I'm going to try to bring my giants together with my ranger over here. We've explored this entire area. Got a pretty good idea what's going on there. But yeah, that's pretty much where it's at the moment. We're going on an hour here, and I usually like to keep these episodes an hour long. So I think we'll call that an episode for today. In the future, like, what exactly will we be focusing on? I think once I get my hero here, we're going to try to push harder into the enemy territory, hopefully take out a city or two. Which means after building this library here, I probably should focus on building... Oh, wait a minute. Can I hurry this? No. I mean, this is the problem. If you're going to go with the slavery civic, you gotta go with... or you gotta build your cities for growth, and I didn't. I built them for wealth. I built cottages around them instead of building farms. And you just can't hurry anything because your cities don't grow fast enough to make up for the amount of population you're pulling from it to sacrifice. But yeah, this city is still unhappy. Oh, I can hurry the carnival. Let's go ahead and do that. Hurry the carnival. There, everybody's happy. I'm happy. The turn is... this episode is pretty much over with. By the way, it was nice that we got rid of Valen, but unfortunately he escaped. But we didn't lose anything because of him. So thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.